was like, okay, cool, yeah, finally. Hey guys, welcome to Fly By Night Reviews. I'm your host, Kiren.
Dom.
Today we're going to do another review of The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 7, called The Spies. This is the latest episode out on Disney+. What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good. It kept me engaged. It's nice seeing the plot threads coming together. How about you?
I honestly thought this was probably the best episode so far this season.
Yeah.
The tone was awesome. The overall, I kind of wish this episode would have. I wish this was last week's episode instead of this week's episode, but I can kind of see why they went that route. Some of those threads that were sort of started early on in the season kind of continued, which I was glad they did, because at first I was a little worried.
Right.
They weren't going to because sometimes they just have the one story and they don't really go back to it, and it's just whatever happened to that character. But
right.
We saw a little bit of Pershing's friend, the traitor or the spy or whatever. I don't know if that's what the episode's name's referring to.
Yeah, I was trying to. I mean, I guess she's a spy, but I was wondering if because it said spies, so who else is a spy? Yeah, but yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was good. I know the director did a few of the episodes before in the previous seasons.
Yes, he was one of the pilots from the jail heist or the jailbreak episode.
Oh, okay.
And then he was also in the bar.
Wait, the director?
Yeah, he was in the bar in the scene with Zeb.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right, cool.
But yeah, he's also directing the next episode.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, before this was even announced, they said, or he said at I think Star Wars Celebration that the last two episodes are just going to be crazy, and sure enough, I think it delivered. I really liked it. But this part we're going to talk about spoilers because it's such a short show that we kind of have to. So so Moff Gideon returns.
Yep.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty. Kind of expected him to show up pretty soon because there's only 2 episodes left. That was interesting to see. Was it Hux's father in there?
Oh, is that Hux's father?
Yes.
Okay.
That was Hux's father. And then kind of the power struggle between the different warlords, I guess is what.
Yeah, it was sort of cool seeing kind of a lot of people complaining, the First Order, how did they form the First Order after the Empire fell? And yeah, but it's actually, that's very realistic because it's just because you defeat, the Empire doesn't mean that's it. There's always going to be little factions that are going to kind of stick around. So it's definitely trying to connect to The Force Awakens for sure, the story, making it kind of more cohesive, whatever. But I kind of like that. That was a sort of cool scene. And they also threw around the name Thrawn a lot. And,
yes.
I had a feeling they're going to kind of bring him up because they had the trailer drop for Ahsoka.
Yeah.
So I was thinking he was going to show up, but I was like, okay, cool.
I don't know if we'll. Part of me thinks that maybe we'll see him or hear his voice at the end, the end of the next episode,
or maybe just his face, just briefly, whatever.
Yeah.
And then also, Grogu
gets a mech suit.
Gets the Krang suit. Was it Grief Karga? I guess repairs that droid that was in the first episode who went haywire.
Yeah.
And I guess they kind of built our Babu Freak character built a little compartment where he could kind of control the robot, and of course, Grogu was in there, and he's I thought that was pretty funny, the whole yes and no kind of sound effects.
Yes.
Yes. It was almost the first time he was able to communicate
clearly
with Din and everything. Thought that was pretty funny, and Then we finally get to go to Mandalore. Finally, like we get to see.
Well, other Mandalorians going to Mandalore. Yeah,
yeah, and we kind of see them kind of get introduced to the other faction from the last episode, and they sort of join forces and they go there, and
some refugees that are still on there.
Yeah, some old Mandalorians that were chilling. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I guess the leader of that group on that ship was in Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, he was like one of the higher ups, I guess, in that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I never actually saw it.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him, but I kind of that whole like last part of the episode, leading up to like the ambush, and there was a lot of tension, which I kind of was like really surprised. I was like, wow, I've never felt this tense in a.
Yeah, I kept on expecting something to happen, like when every time like when they first showed up, I expected them to be like fake Mandalorians or something.
Yeah, because it was almost like they were keeping their distance, and you didn't get the close up, so it kind of reminded me a little bit of like some of the Walking Dead episodes when they kind of like meet those like some of those like like Negan's people, or just like you don't know who they are. Can you trust them?
Right.
I kind of got that sort of vibe, which was sort of cool. Because I was kind of like oh, I actually feel like I don't know what's going to happen type thing.
Yeah, or like when the armorer takes the people to the ship. I was expecting something to happen then too, but it didn't.
yeah, it's kind of cool, and then of course the Moff Gideon kind of like comes out, and I guess he has this like new armor out of Beskar, and
after they go into the tunnels from the giant kaiju kind of thing.
Oh yeah. And then like I guess Bo-Katan just remembers, oh yeah, I have the Darksaber, because basically they get ambushed and a bunch of troopers show up.
It does make sense that she didn't go for the try to like open the blast doors with the Darksaber to get everybody else back, because if she had, then they would have started firing on her.
That's true, yeah.
So yeah.
But and then that one guy ends up kind of saving them all while they escape with the Darksaber and everything, and then
Paz Vizsla. There you
go. Oh, is that the guy who got
you?
Okay. Yeah, I just know his son was the one that got eaten by that flying monster.
He came out completely clean.
He came out with nothing on him.
Yeah.
And then we get the Praetorian guards from.
Sounds about right.
they're like, I guess they're from The Last Jedi, but they're kind of like the first generation.
Right. They're kind of a step up from the Royal Guards from Return of the Jedi, and then. But yeah, the first generations are the ones from The Last Jedi.
Yeah, so that was sort of cool, and they totally just like kill that dude, or what's his? I forgot. I don't know.
Paz Vizsla.
And that was like okay, cool, yeah, finally, some sort of meaningful death in the show. I was kind of thinking, are they gonna kill off like Bo-Katan or something? Just I'm so used to shows like Game of Thrones and. That they just like kill off these like main characters like early on, but Star Wars, especially with this trying to connect all the universe, and
I guess they should have kind of realized that he was probably going to go, because they gave him so much more to do in this season than they had before. So
yeah, but yeah, I thought it was a great episode. Really looking forward to next week's, and I really hope they kind of stick the landing and do something really cool. Have some cool surprises. I think they are going to do that, because it's just this whole season's been very like just like hit or miss, and like especially last episode I was like, this is like Nickelodeon TV, and then all of a sudden you get this like Game of Thrones style episode, and so it's like I'm hoping they kind of.
Last episode was Cameo the episode.
Yeah, exactly. It's all 3 cameos, but yeah, it was a good episode, and if you haven't seen it. I go recommend you go watch it, and yeah. Well, that's it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. As always, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe below. Let us know what you think of The Mandalorian so far. Do you think this episode made up for the lackluster season? Leave a comment. Let us know. On that note, we will catch you next time.
Peace.